All right. Good morning, everybody. Good day. Hello. Hope you all had a happy Batman day. Indeed, Mr. Raha 99. Sorry it started a little late. I've been sitting here just replying to business email. Lost track of time. All right. Something's happening. I should read about it. What happened to that window? 1 second here. I know what I want to do. One second. That is very odd. I must have inadvertently closed some windows I didn't mean to. All right, let's try that again. Let's move that over here. All right. Hey, for those of you that came to the store signing I did yesterday, thank you very much. It was an honor of Batman Day. A store called Vroman's. I guess it's Southern California's largest or oldest, independent bookstore. So that was pretty cool. Thank you guys for making the trip. And one of the people that came actually reminded me that they had won a silent auction, and I guess it went back to August 9th, and they never got it. I'm like, what? So I quickly ran to the office after the sign. I found the art, long story short, but it was nerve-wracking. So I am behind, but I didn't realize I was that far behind. So on that particular piece, I was very far behind. But I think other than that, I'm 1 week behind or a week and a half behind. And part of it is, obviously the new job, I have a new assistant, and so some things are transferring over. And then I also moved offices, so that's some of the art went from one office to another, and in between made a detour into a closet. So, great. Let's see what we got. We got Angry Panda 888. Here's to another great year. Thanks for resubbing. Kanger Banger, would you accept story submissions? I have this idea for. It's not. I don't know if I'd call it a show, but it's kind of like what I do with art, but with story, where you bring in editors and writers and kind of talk about story and doing precisely what you're talking about. But I don't know if this is like the proper form myself. I mean, I guess I could try to do something where I just talk instead of draw, but who wants to see that, right? Anyway, let's see. And by that, who, I mean me. So I'm going to go ahead and start drawing. I ran out of the small 9x12, so today I'm going to be drawing, on 11x17 board. I'm pulling up reference for a character that I was a huge fan of when I was a kid. And I don't know why my Fire tablet's not refreshing. Okay, Tagomo3 has subscribed. Everything Nails has subscribed using Prime. If you're a Prime member on Amazon, you get a complimentary Twitch membership. It's pretty cool if you're not familiar with Twitch. And you just have to resub every single month, and you can check out all the different people that stream. Ivan the Really Terrible has resubbed for 11 months. Thank you very much for all that long-time support. Darth Laurie has cheered. Thank you very much, Darth Laurie. Black Bronxton has subscribed using Prime. There you go. Kuyamu has resubscribed for 13 months. I think that's the record, right? Anyone that's subscribed for 13 months like him and Angry Panda 888, they've been around since day one. Spiky Summer has subbed, though. 11 months. Pretty close. Cryptic Games has resubbed for 12 months. Hey, Jim and Chat, Batman Day of Romans Day was pretty fun. Wouldn't have been so hurried. Yeah, was a 2 hour signing. It was me and Andy, so I think that kind of changed the dynamics. I actually loved signing. That was the first time I ever signed with Andy Kubert, but it's always different when you have a group signing versus a single signing. And I had a hard out at 1 o'clock because I had a wedding that we were hosting at our house, and so I had to be back. In fact, I had to go to the office, find the art, I had to go get some trash containers. So there's a lot of stuff I had done that morning and had to do after the signing. So they knew I had to leave at 1, and so I think they were just a little concerned about getting me out on time. B42 Dreams has resubbed for 11 months. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and start so that you feel like, let me see, I can kind of draw without looking and just read off here. Drake Carlson Art has resubbed for 12 months. Keaton Hubbard has resubbed. White Rooks 762 has subbed. Wildstorm CCG has resubbed 7 months today and releasing the 300th custom WS Wildstorm CCG card today. Ice Cube would say today is a good day. Yeah. Holy Arts and Crafts Batman has subbed. I'm going to see if I can scroll, read, and draw at the same time. Let me see if I can do this here. Betas has subbed. JRBBM has subscribed. Unclem808 has subbed. Cody A303, Soul Brother. Wow, a lot of people. Oh, these are days ago. I can stop. All right, thank God. All right. Brewmaster Holston has subbed, as has Reaper 1582. So, Renelephant. Hey, Renelephant, hi. Look at that. Shy Ren, which I should kind of mention at this point. Unexplained Soup has, I like that name, I don't know why. Die Raven 2018 they've also subbed, as has Baba Maga. And look at that. This tablet is just not loving it. Anyway. Okay. So, okay. Brewmaster Holston. Okay. It's a little hard with the larger paper to get everyone in, and the shoulder kind of got blown out. But for the most part, you see it. So it's a character called ULTRAMAN. And it's based off a Japanese cartoon that I used to watch as a little kid. And there was very little content in general available to watch because no one either made it or aired it in St. Louis, where I kind of grew up mostly as a kid. And so it was this Ultraman, Johnny Sacco and his flying robot, and Batman 66. That's pretty much what I grew up on. And there was another dude, not Captain Crunch, some captain. He had a weird page boy haircut. He was a little on the creepy side, honestly, but like I said, there was nothing to watch. So, Extinction Agent Banpei has resubbed. So, thank you for that. I hope I didn't miss anyone in the announcements. I'm going to check something out here. 1 second. This looks very bright. Okay, I think that looks better. I really wish this... So hold on, let me get out and start this up again. I've got a tablet here. It's easier to read chat from this distance, but it's not cooperating. It's having issues. Anyway, Ultraman was he's a thinner type character, and I kind of go through with what I'm doing right now. This is called gesture drawing. The first thing I put is a gesture drawing. This is kind of blocking out shapes. So the first step It's just kind of free form drawing, and as you get I wasn't even looking. I was just kind of drawing and going off kind of muscle memory or what I hope the drawing to be. So when you do gesture drawing, it's all about being kind of loose and free with the lines and not worrying so much about anatomy and getting all wound up or tight. Mudfrost, Lee or football? Well, obviously, it's possible to do both. I'm sure a lot of you are watching football at the same time. Einstein Jeanson, yo, Jim, my bro is hogging the Xbox. Tell him to get off. Yo, bro, stop hogging the Xbox, bro. Get off, bro. That's called showing off. Is it called showing off? I thought it was called gesture drawing. Anyway, so then after you do the gesture drawing, we're not going to block out the shapes, right? And blocking out the shapes is all about now kind of putting the basics of anatomy onto the very loose kind of wilder lines, kind of pulling in. Every time you kind of add more anatomy and detail, you are tightening up the structure. You're losing a lot of the dynamic energy of what you put down as a gesture drawing. So that's why you want to go wild and free with the gesture drawing, because you know you're going to dial it back. If you start with just the anatomy from the start, as you keep refining it and honing the image, by the end you're just going to have very tight kind of, and that happens to me too. I mean, it happens to everyone, I think, that transition between the first kind of idea and then realizing, oh, that parts of the idea that made it really interesting don't work from a structural standpoint. Then as you fix those structural things, you lose some of the energy of what you had from the beginning, right? So if there's a slider, on one end is dynamic figure work, and on the other hand you have technical structure, you can kind of see how it moves back and forth. No? I try to explain in a way that you kids would understand, but sliders. Okay. Thank you, North Star SML. That's a great explanation. I appreciate the support. The one person that got it. 2 people. Jeff UTV. All right. Hello, NRZ Kane. All right, Johnton89 has resubbed for 6 months. Thanks for streaming, Jim. Playing the PS4 Spider-Man game. Wish I could play as Sideways from the New Age of Heroes, but with some Portal gameplay mixed in. How many bits would you need to get that greenlit? That, if only there was one person in charge of everything. Charlie Parks, understood. That was a terrific explanation. Thank you very much, Charlie. Appreciate it. KB Bradshaw has cheered. Thank you very much, guys. Grumpy's F23 has resubscribed for 13 months. Grumpy's F23. Is 23 in reference to Disney? Is that like some sort of inside thing? Is that, what does the F stand for? Anyway. Kanger Banger. I started reading Bridgman's Guide. Man, it is yeah, you don't need to read it. In fact, I went on Amazon, bought myself another copy, because in the move from San Diego to LA, I think I lost my physical copy, or it was appropriated. It walked out of the old studios. It's downstairs, unfortunately, but maybe I should grab it. I might grab it in a sec. Hold on 1 second. Let me just get started on this a little bit. So you can see, so the thigh, it's kind of like a weird football shape, maybe, with the ends cut off. The knee is sort of a tube, like a can of beans, right? Calf is like a fillet of tuna caught in the Sea of Japan. You have the calf that goes out here. That is, it's like a very flat pyramid. Ankle's a ball. Foot is, well, I don't know what feet look like. So just make it up down here, whatever. Okay, well, we're not going to draw that foot anyway. Who are we kidding, right? So I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to go get that book. I want to thank, I always thank him at the end, but I figure it sounds perfunctory, right? Like I don't really mean it. So I want to thank, I think we have 2 mods today. I think Kirihiko couldn't make it, but I know Renelephant is here. And you guys should all give him a warm Twitch embrace. And Crispy Egg Roll, I don't know if he's here or not. We were gaming last night. He might have, he needs a lot of beauty sleep, let's be frank. And so he still might be sleeping. Oh, no, he's here. All right, I'll be right back, all right? Okay. Let me get that book for you guys. Oh, well, I could not find it. Because of this wedding we were hosting at our house, things got moved around. So, but I did grab some other stuff I want to show you guys. So we're talking about whips. We're talking about gesture drawing. So this is actually the original Aquaman piece I did. Right? And I stopped because this is like super old paper. And it was super gritty. I know people ask me online like what kind of tools I use, and I always tell them like just try it, and if you don't like it, don't use it. That's probably best because everyone has different preferences. I don't know what kind of paper this is, but this is what I call paper I don't use, right? So that was the initial, and I'd like actually more the lean. This looks like he's more scared of the light. So I don't know. Did I screw it up? This is what I'm going to go with. Anyway, so got that. Here's another cover to something. It looks like it's Justice League. All right, here's Batman, obviously. I don't know who that is. That's Aquaman, Green Lantern, Superman. You can see the shield here. Two nobodies. I don't know. Okay, here's another cover. There was a cover with like Pandora and Justice League. And there's like two Earths right back here. There's Batman in the foreground. This is obviously from the New 52. My guess is that's Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Superman with S again, the shield, some other people. Maybe that's Aquaman with the long hair, right? Okay. Anyway, what I was saying about Bridgman is you don't read it. Just look at the pictures. This is a Cyborg cover. I think this is Justice League number 4. I ended up going the other direction. Okay. All right. This is another side. I think this is the same issue, number 4. Just a Cyborg cover I was thinking about. He's like holding a globe or something. And the globe has the other Justice League members represented by symbols. So that's the S shield. That's the Batman symbol there. I don't know if you can see that or not. And it's almost like that the tech of the Watchtower, whatever he's absorbing, is kind of pulling up and providing the literal base or foundation of his being. Here's another Cyborg. I don't think I just liked the face. He looked a little too old and kind of off model. But when you see stuff like this where I've just kind of drawn a fist and a thigh and it doesn't seem connected to the body, I'm thinking that this would all be black. He'd be kind of emerging out of the shadows, right? Okay. Real Rashu, do you read a lot of comics? What are comics? Of course I read comics. This is a Flash cover. I think this was a Flash New 52 issue 2 where he's running. So you can see I was working out a couple different designs. This is an upshot where the foot is kind of in your face. And I think this is where it ended up, right? It's kind of where he's running and coming to a stop and breaking with one foot. And here's another attempt at that. Sometimes there's stuff on the back. Here's another Flash idea I had. All right. Very big Flash. All right. This is all about the crop and composition, right? It's hard to get it on there, but it's like he's coming literally right at you. Full on. Okay. This is like I have a big bucket of stuff I started and never completed. This, I believe, I did like a Lord of the Rings image. I don't know if it was a cover or a giveaway or a print or something, but this is like a dwarven dude with an axe. If you Google Lord of the Rings Jim Lee, it might come up. I did it for Weeby, Warner Brothers Interactive Games. So here's got the shield, a female magic user of some sort. All right. Look at this one. I did this and I stopped. I'm like, okay, doesn't work for me. I don't even know what that is. But obviously something about these circles just bad mojo. This is from Batman Hush. A bunch of people looking down. A statue with an angel behind the casket in the foreground with a toy. But I felt like you couldn't really see the toy or something, I guess. But it's when I think Bruce Wayne's childhood friend is being put in the ground. Here's a rough of that Flash cover that happened. All right, same thing. All right. Anyway, I've got a huge stack of this stuff. I'm not going to go through it all. All right. Or I can do some of it later. Here's a Superman cover. Little bird on his shoulder. I did love the background, so I drew that. I was like, then I stopped. It's kind of weird. Here's Superman flying at you. Hey, hey kids, Superman's here. Pretty classic. All right, so enough of that. All right, what do we got here? All right, let's get back to business here. Let's see if this works now. You know what I'm going to do? Hold on one second. I'm going to restart this thing. Yep. Hey, while we're waiting for this to restart up, so I can read the stream while I draw, just a quick promo. The DC Universe streaming service is now live. I think we launched yesterday, Batman Day. So if you check it out, it's got some old video content right now, right? But then come early October, I believe October 12th, they'll have the first episode of Titans. And one new show every single week, which is kind of exciting, actually, having seen the season. Okay, what do we add here? And comics. We have comics on there, too. So, interesting. Network error. All right, I think I'll just have to look over here. Please try again later. Ooh, I bet it needs an update. 1 second, guys. You'd think it would just update on its own. Okay. Okay. Ah, hey, look at that. Now it's working. How do I turn up the thing? Hey, look at that. Now it's working. I just want chat. Is it that hard? Please. All right. Charlie Parks has cheered. Give some away. Woohoo, I'm still married. Congrats. DJ Mittens is here in the house. In the house. Resub for 3 months. 3 months. 13 months. Thank you very much. The Joker has cheered. Love all of them. Can I have them? Charlie Parks, love these gestures. Thank you very much. Hey, Janella. Good to see you. Jay Roscoe has resub for 5 months. Thank you very much. Punker13. You think you're doing a signing event? OC, I know a comic shop that totally love to host one for you. Squash1212 has subscribed as well. Charlie Parks apparently likes my feed comment. Lance Childers Art has resubbed. Blazing Chaos has resubbed as well. I think, what else do we got going on? Jonella, waiting for DC Universe to be available here in the Philippines. Yeah, I get it. I think a lot of streaming services start out just in their local markets and then build up from there, right? Kind congratulations on Tyrion 2 on your 5-year anniversary. Now, the thing with Ultraman is that he's got 2 powers. Well, he's got more. He's strong, fairly invincible, I think. Can fly. It's more than 2. Then he's got these beams that he can shoot out like that, and then he has these more powerful beams. These beams are like the phasers from the Star Trek Enterprise, and then he's got these rings, these blue rings that glow. They're like photon torpedoes. The photon torpedoes and the blue ring are always more powerful. The blue rings can like slice through things, I think. Why they don't always use photon torpedoes and the blue ring of death, I don't really understand. Because that's what I would do. Like Sulu, friggin' forget the phasers. Just launch every single photon torpedo. Don't wait for me to say fire. Just blow them out of the water. I don't really get it. Anyway, right. Okay. This leg was way too far out. He's not a Jack Kirby. If I were doing Jack Kirby, that's kind of where it would be, but I'm not. So I'm going to pull that leg in a bit. Maybe I'll even bend it here. As you can tell, I haven't drawn the floor yet, and that's because it's just going to be wherever I need it to be. Okay. Look. I just want it to be proven. How many? There's 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's so hard. Gotta use math. All right. He left his boot off. Okay. But maybe he should be in his pose where he's about to use his power. But that would mean covering up this cool part. So I'm going to leave it off for now. So he's not using his power. He's just there. And then he's got this circular thing that would beep. And essentially, Ultraman, I believe. Yeah, it was very... Johnny's... Okay, so all these shows are kind of based around this premise that the hero had a limited amount of time in our realm. I think Ultraman came from another universe or something. And some guy with like some sort of weird flashlight type device would hit a button. And then, I don't know if he transformed into Ultraman or if Ultraman just showed up. But this beeper would start counting down, and if he stayed too long, I think he would blow up or something, or he'd die, or I don't know, something. So he had to come on and just take care of business as fast as possible, and I don't know if that was a budgetary constraint. It's sort of like when they did the old Hulk TV show back when I was a kid. Like, you'd watch all this other boring stuff, and then finally at the very, very end, the Hulk would show up for like 5 seconds, and they'd use a lot of the same special effect shots. I mean, this is... so for you kids that complain about bad CGI, screw you, all right? I had to grow up with this other stuff. Like, just please, let's not even talk about, let's not even compare our experiences, all right? So, yeah, it was pretty sad. And, hey, you should be thankful. You should be thankful if you get a crappy-looking dinosaur crossing your screen. Thankful, punks. Anyway, so... yeah, so it was literally like the Hulk, and they would use the same footage of him turning into the Hulk. That's how low budget it was, dude. It was literally, the cartoons that we grew up with. I could feel it. I could feel this rant growing. I gotta calm down. Okay, the cartoons we had were literally. I have to take this digression. It was like taking this Batman Damned, right? If we were going to do Batman Damned as a cartoon, right? If this were going to be an animated series, it would be like Batman Damned, and then the mouth would go, "Hello, I am Batman Damned. Read at your own peril," right? And then it would be like, and I would just kind of, and he'd be like, he wouldn't even animate. They'd just shake the camera. I feel so weak. Damned, I'm damned. Whatever. So that's what we grew up with, guys. Right? Anyway. So be thankful. Next time you feel a complaint coming on, I want you to go like, thank God I'm not old like Jim, and I can appreciate the blessings of all this amazing technology. Please. Okay? All right. Now you know I don't write. Did you like that? Did you like that freeform scripting I just did for you guys? Pretty badass, right? I know. Pretty good. All right. Okay. All right. But now we're in a day and age, if I can pontificate further, where we put a premium on real life experiences, right? Before it was like, oh my God, show us more CGI. Show us like the craziest stuff you can do with CGI. Oh my God, this is a guy that melts. Oh, a guy that turns into metal. Oh my God. Like a guy that can transform into another creature. Like now it's like, I don't want to see all that. Just show me a real guy jumping across a building and where he could possibly break his leg. That's what I want to see. Right? Right? It's like vinyl records or something. Like, nah, we want the really old, you know. So, exactly, Tom Cruise. Exactly. You know, poor guy. He's like my age, and he's running around like on the outside of planes as they're taking off of runways. Like, dude, they have CGI. They could just create a little wireframe thing, right? I don't know. We live in a weird world. Double Cheeseburger has cheered. When and where are you going to be signing in Prague? I'm thinking of hosting it at a fan's house. So, any of you guys that live in Prague, if you have kind of an open area, like maybe 2 doors of egress, so the fans can come in one door, get stuff signed, get a beer, and then exit out the back door with ample parking, please let me know. All right, Bo Bradshaw Art has resub using Prime. Did you change your name, Bo Bradshaw? Aren't you KB Bradshaw? Better, or she's your better half? But was that your name all along? I don't know. Okay. There will be information about Prague. I'm not going to do it on the stream because, you know, I think only one person from Prague is here. But if you go to our Discord channel that our lovely mods have set up, you can find information as I know it. And I realize that's coming up fairly soon, but so there's going to be something, I don't know the exact days, it's going to be a smaller kind of panel, kind of talk about comics, talk about CGI, and there'll be some sort of limited signing, I think. Oh, this really has not worked. There we go. Someone just asked if this is the Rocketeer. All right. I don't like this pose. I'll put the leg back straight out. I thought it was better that way. I think. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tuck it further back behind him. Right. And then the ground will probably go like this. Anyway, then Johnny Sock on his flying robot was this giant, a little kid with, I believe, a watch, and he could again summon this giant robot that lived inside a mountain, some sort of base, and robot had this weird Egyptian look for, I don't know why. But then he could command the giant robot. He'd be like, giant robot, do this, giant robot, do that. And then if he didn't say giant robot, the robot wouldn't do anything. It's like Simon Says, I think. I don't know. And but he would shoot missiles out of his fingertips, dude. It was the best. It was the best. I long for those days. This is a sign when you know your dog has been in your office. I don't want to use profanity because I know there are kids in the audience, but geez. Okay, all right. Let's just stop talking and draw. Okay, he's got these weird features. It's like he's very organic and round, but then his mouth is super kind of cut in. It's almost like it's a cut into there. And then he's got his lower lip that kind of juts out a little bit like this. Right? And then chin. So he has a little bit of an insectoid look, especially with these eyes. And then his fin that he's got kind of comes all the way down. And right? And he has these glowing eyes. It's a really cool costume for something that was created back in, I think, the 60s. And there's like human adventurers, too. Like there was a team. And he would fight basically monsters like Godzilla, what's it called? Kaiju? No, what the heck is the phrase? Someone can tell me in stream, I forgot. It's a Japanese term for monsters. Giant monsters. Kaiju, I got it. So, and these adventurers had like this rocket ship that they would fly around with, but you could see the strings on the rocket ship as it kind of, and then like they put like a sparkler or something, and they would light it, and you could see the sparks coming out as it kind of flew around. But man, it was so good. I mean, it was as good as any awesome special effects movie today. And if you're a little kid, it was just, you go around playing Ultraman afterwards. You're like, wait, why am I doing this? Throw the ring, cut their heads off. So I'll spend a little time on the face because that's the most nuanced part. I think I'm not even quite capturing. There's like a segmented line here. This ear. The angles are everything. It's humanoid, but at the same time it looks kind of like mech-like or insect-like. Like head's a little squished together. And these eyes, these bug eyes, have to be the right shape and proportion. I think this is pretty close. I wonder if it's because this is all a helmet in real life, and then they basically painted the person's real mouth silver so they could breathe. I don't know. It's a rubber suit. Superheroes from art. Jim was a violent child. Cut their heads off. Yes, I would ask for guns for Christmas. Toy guns, of course. And we'd get them. We'd have, go to church, and we get our gifts from Santa Claus, and it was like, 357 snub-nosed police revolver, and all the kids would get the same guns, and we'd run around at the party after the service or whatever. It was a different day, man. It's just a different era. I consider myself to be pretty nonviolent, though, now. Hello, everybody. Good stream. Thank you very much, Zelix D. I don't know, this chat is just not updating. Oh, hey, Kirihiko. We have our third mod. Kirihiko is here. It's not. This chat is what? This chat is not updating on my. Now it is. So. But you know that Nightbot message where it talks about deprecating its message features? I think we could probably eliminate that at this point. I don't know if anyone's using the whispers. Or not the whispers, the message system. And if you are, I apologize. Yeah, Kirihiko, you're right. You missed. Yeah, I don't know what you missed really. You missed nothing. You really missed nothing. So it's done. I would have started inking long ago. So we're going to jump back in time and just start inking. And this is a 0.8 millimeter marker. It's probably too thick for what I need it to do, but it's available. So I'm going to run with it and see what happens. It's going to give me a thicker line, but that's all right. It's actually a little dried out. So if I use the edge of it, I'll get a thinner line. See how that line kind of disappears? It's because this marker's about to die on me. If I use the flatter part of the marker, I get the thicker line like that. Thinner line, thicker line. Thick line, thick line. I never really think about it as I ink, but it does show you that there's some mechanical, some muscle memory, I guess. The catchphrase for today, muscle memory, I've used it a couple times. Hashtag muscle memory. Hashtag spend a lot of time using markers. Hashtag wasted life. I mean, hashtag cool techniques. Cool techniques. So, yeah. Right. So what I meant by that is you can get different results out of these markers through just turning them, using them at different angles. It's hard to teach it. In fact, there's no way to teach it other than just what I told you. So the trick is really to get the markers and experiment and try on your own. Is there such a thing as Team Crispy? I don't know. Is there Team Crispy? There is no you or I in team. There is no what, but there is a stream in team. That's what you should say. There is a stream in team. All right. Let's see. M. Jalon too. I would like to join Team Crispy. Yeah. So let me talk a little bit about some stuff. If anyone's new to the stream here, there's light roasting that happens. Occasionally we get to a deep, dark, heavy roast. And I just delete those videos. Anyway, so this is, I have to move this beeper thing up higher on his chest now that I look at it. But you guys should check out, there's a Discord channel that I've kind of mentioned. There's a lot of useful information. People kind of share their artwork if they find the appropriate channel within there. And pretty good community, I say, you know. Pretty good. It's like very interesting. If anyone sees Dennis Cowan in chat, please let me know. I was meeting with him the other day, and he said, "Yeah, sometimes come and watch you draw. You never like say hello." I'm like, dude, it's hard to draw and follow chat. I said, like, next time you come, dude, I'm gonna do 40 minutes just talking about Dennis Cowan. Is he here? Ask Your Girl says, I once tried drawing Batman and came out looking like SpongeBob. That does happen sometimes. Same thing happens to me. All right. You know, rotating the marker, I think it also gives you a little more ink. Like as you dry, as you think about the tip and the ink kind of being sucked out of the tip as it's absorbed by the paper underneath it, you would have that slight, it's like turbocharged engines, like there's a slight lag between when you draw and the line appearing. So by rotating, you go to the other side where there's fresh ink kind of just sitting there. You can tell I'm a big fan of analogies. That's a good way of unlocking knowledge, perception, awareness. It's a good way of confusing people too. There, what's a turbocharged engine? How many people know what a turbocharged engine is? Mansage says, Micron's inks is awesome, but tips are a bit tad lame. Copic pens own Micron, says Vladimir. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the Microns, to be honest. I don't know why. I know why. Because Microns rule. Turbo lag is real. Yes, yes. Yeah. SG Todd Baluk has resub. Good times watching you draw. Thank you very much for the resub. Dung Beetle Bruh has resubbed as well. Janella, is this for the giveaway or is that for a comic you're doing? Oh no, there's nothing I'm doing here. I think this is the giveaway. I think, yeah. Just you know, as you guys know, I like to kind of draw stuff on stream that I have not traditionally. This is like the first time I've ever drawn this character, at least a full figure. I'm sure I've drawn like the face or whatever a couple times. You know. And then I discovered in my advancing years that there's a ton of these characters that kind of like this. The world of Ultraman is gigantic. They're just almost hundreds, I want to say, like scores of these dudes that have kind of slight variations on the costume, the design, and then all the monsters. So I don't know if that stuff came later or if the stuff they were importing to the U.S. was just it was just a small segment of all the stuff that they were producing in Japan. Hello?
I'm running to Michael's.
Hello? Okay. Okay. Michael stores are all over North America. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I guess they're going to do some projects or something. Let me get got the fist there. And then got the knee. Make sure I got that still on frame here. Just do the top part of the calf, and then it's like the stem. Like if you think of this as like an open cup, all right, a goblet, a chalice. The thick stem of it, it's down here, and I'm gonna make that black. I would do that with the brush, but I'll just go ahead and do it here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. And then the foot kind of is the base. Here's the base of that chalice, but it's got a weird base, right? It goes all the way out. Right? See how that kind of sells the foreshortening of it? And I'm gonna thicken it up. It's a little too thin, but I wanted to kind of indicate it thinner to illustrate the goblet aspect of what I just did. Right? It's I don't have my drinking goblets here with me. I'm looking all around. Yeah, but it would be literally like if this were the calf, and this is weird. Okay, and then this right here, right? This is the bottom. This is like the part that leads to the ankle. This is the calf muscle. So if you turn it in space, which way would be like this for you guys, right? See how that looks? Got it? All right. All right, I'm gonna turn off this tablet. It's just not updating fast enough. Okay. Is this guy giant size? Yeah, he's huge. He's gigantic. I think humans are like this big. I shouldn't do that near that area here. He's like, people are like this big. Okay. Spiky hair dude. Wow, what have I missed? Not much. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, say all the subs like nothing, bro. Okay. Can you do the goblet thing for forearms too? No, I don't really. Forearms are more like hocks of ham. If you Google hocks of ham, HOCKS, that's kind of the shape of these forearms right here. Oh, sorry, there's like some burn there. Google hocks of ham, and you'll see that hocks of ham are not. They're not. What am I trying to say? They're not symmetrical. So the thighs are like the forearms. Hocks of ham. And the calves are like goblets. Whereas when you get to the arms, these are more like footballs, right? With maybe goblets on the sides that represent the triceps. But the forearms are the hocks of ham, right? So the arms and legs aren't identical, right? You have the balls of the shoulders, right? And they're like shoulder pads. If you can draw shoulder pads, you can draw shoulders. Shoulders are the funnest, probably the easiest part of the human body to draw. And hocks of ham, HOCKS, hashtag SAT vocabulary, right? And the big too afraid of Comicsgate confirmed. I don't know what you're talking about, but you know, I don't talk about that crap in here, dude. So let's just focus on the art. All right. What are we going? Have you drawn Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I have. I actually designed my own Ninja Turtles at one point, and you know, that was kind of fun. And again, they look very different than your traditional like Ninja Turtles, and the idea is, and I know that it weirds out people. I've also done like my own version of a spy versus spy, and they look very different. And people are like, oh my god, I hate these interpretations. But if you draw them just like they are, then people go like, we didn't go far enough. They look just like, you know, spy versus spy or whatever. So, can I see the design? Yeah, if you Google it, they actually made toys out of them. They made toys out of all four. They didn't release the Leonardo, so I designed all four. They did a was it maquette? It's a prototype for Leonardo, but they never released it. And I'm not sure why. Maybe they were going to eventually do it as sort of a chase or something like that, you know? So. So I got that foot in there. I'm just going to redo it anyway. Okay, so there's that goblet, if you think about it right there. So the base, which is represented by the ball of your foot, is underneath there, right? So that's where it goes. And then from the knee to down to the ankle, it draws a straight line. Okay. So you can kind of see the whole figure. It's a little hard to get it into frame. All right. Is this a draw along? Spence New 52? No, I'm moving a little faster than I would on a draw along, but at the same time I figure why not kind of, you know, while we're here we can talk a little bit about, if you're not into Ultraman, you know, why not share as I kind of go through it, sort of the approach that I take to drawing certain body parts, you know. So, right, there we go. Okay, and then he's got arcs that go like this. And let's see, it's like this. And think about this. I want to say he was created in the I don't know. Ultraman was probably created in the 70s, my guess. But this costume design is just, I love it. You know, it's so sleek and cool and just very modern looking for something created in that era, right? When you think about sensibilities in the U.S., superheroes, actually in the 70s, they were starting to get capes and like swashbuckler boots and stuff like that. but it's just a different aesthetic at the time. And then I think American costumes started changing as well. I remember Havoc, when Neil Adams designed Havoc and the new Angel costume. I felt like, wow. I don't know if Neil was influenced by Japanese shows like this, but I felt like it had that same kind of vibe, So, hey, Ink One, how are you doing, man? Good to see you again. How often do you say you draw animals compared to humans? I would say I draw animals 9% of the time. So 92% of the time I'm drawing humans, or 99.99999%. Anyway, Cynthia Yeep has cheered. Thank you very much for the awesome contribution. Love this Ultraman. I used to watch the show because of my mom. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm glad that Patrick Berlin too is the only one that gets it. No. I do it like the worst. I can't do a Baba Booey impersonation. In fact, I can't do impersonation of anyone. So, Totchick has resubscribed for 4 months. Thank you very much. Show him your wolf drawing, Jim. Yeah. You want to see my awesome wolf drawing, guys? Hold on. I just happen to have it really close, so that's why I'm, sharing the love. All right. I had to find a bunch of the drawings here. This was last week's stream. Poison Ivy and Scarecrow. Okay. You guys, if you're not sitting down, I would warn you guys, just because it's going to rock your world here. All right. I don't want you to fall over. Look at that badass wolf, dude. Wolf abomination right there. Those teeth. Solid right there. Don't forget that. Very important. Wolf abomination. Yeah. Okay. Here, Ink One, just for you. Look at that. Badass giraffe right there. Thanks. And, over here, look. I still have this one. I kept this one. I'm actually quite fond. I think it's the first time I've ever drawn an ostrich. I think I nailed it. If I could be so bold. Anyway. I said toxic, but toxic. Toxic has resubbed for 4 months. Cool. War 306 has resubbed for 13 months. Curtis War has resubbed for 5 months. Mighty Pirate 1 has subscribed using Prime. Thank you very much. Janella has cheered. I hope I win. I would look good besides One Punch Man. Turner Fan has hosted. Thank you. Nat Lino has gifted a sub-tier to Cranu. Well, that's very kind of you. That's very kind. I like to see that kind of generosity in the stream. That's very cool. SG Todd Bullock. Does that stand for like Sergeant Todd Bullock? Good times watching you draw. If it is, thank you for your sub and service. Okay, where are we at? Did I watch the fight last night? There was no fighting at the wedding I was at. Sorry. I know. It's disappointing. All right, just sort of quickly perusing the stream. Yeah, that wolf is pretty badass. All right. What do we... All right. Spence, new 52. I hate to bring up stuff like this during the stream, but Jim, if you could please figure out the business with Henry Cavill. Lots of fans that wanted him to continue as Superman. I'll say Spence, new 52. The stream is really about art, so I'm just really focusing on that. Nabil Ahmad, 702. What's up, Jim? Hey, Nabil. Good to see you again. Nabil, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have been to Torpedo Comics in Las Vegas, you'll find Nabil there. But Nabil's a good friend of mine from Vegas. Good to see you again, man. Good morning, says Joshua Flowers, 1979. Love to see some more Deathblow. Spence Stu 52. Sorry, Jim, had to try. I get it. It's all good. We're excited. I think what's said is said, and it's out there, and that's what's shared. Crispy Egg Roll says hello to Nabil 702. I feel like I can act out the stream. I could actually say everything and just like salams. Hey, big fan from Brazil here. I'm the guy usually late walking in with a gyro hero. Sorry. Gyro. I should stop reading stream. It's not a good look. Hey, Jim, ever try to draw Rocketeer? I'm sure I've drawn it once or twice. I love the comic book, and obviously the movie was badass. All right, let's just go ahead and finish this because it's already 11:18, and I want to do one more drawing. Okay, so we got what we mostly. Oh, and it's silver. This guy's metallic, so I'm going to go ahead and do some silver highlights and stuff, I think. But this is a big drawing. This is 11 by 17, right? So for comparison's sake, all right, we have this. If we line this up to the top. All right, you're getting an extra calf. Look at that right there. Oops. There we go. Getting that. Right. It's the difference between 4:3 aspect ratio and 16:9. You're getting that extra calf. Yeah, the value is incredible. In fact, it's out of this world. I don't know, 9 by 12. You just get the good stuff. You don't get those pesky feet that everyone seems to be very focused on for some weird reason. All right, we're gonna go ahead and lay some shadows down here. I don't know why it's so diluted. Okay. Oh, I meant to do that. Did you like my my reaction? Saved it though. Happy accidents, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go. Problem why this particular bottle, the nozzle's a little clogged up, so it gives me very uneven flow. So this is why I'm kind of doing it this way. Oh, there you go. Should probably be better if I was actually doing it in frame. All right. That looks like a puppy dog. Right. Although, is it called Boston Terrier? Is there a breed called Boston Terrier? Am I making that up? That sounds familiar. Scottish Terrier. See? Kanger Banger got it. It's a corgi. It looks like a wolf. Yeah. Wolf Shadow. It's a wolf abomination. Got it. All right. Okay. And I'm going to put some rocks behind him as well. Whoop. Stop that. Stop, stop, stop. Okay. Sorry. It's hard to show this. Crap. Let me get the full screen here. It's happening off panel here. There we go. I just had to stop it before it got into the foot. It's kind of fun to spot blacks this way. You take a brush, load it with ink, and just kind of draw across. It kind of creates random shapes if you do it right. Sort of like a Rorschach drawing. All right. Sorry, didn't quite. To get the bottom here, I have to really slide the art up, and the stupid tablet's in the way. Hold on one second. There we go. Okay, how can I move it more freely? Okay. Okay. And again, it's just, people talk about abstract art. I think I've talked about this before in stream, and people kind of denigrate it as like, anyone can create abstract art. Anyone can just kind of throw paint on a canvas and call it art. There's no skill or technique or ability there. And I would wholeheartedly disagree. And this is where design and composition come into play. Creating random shapes, but making it work. Yeah, all very critical, I think, to just creating art in general, but even figure work or realistic, quote unquote, realistic art, right? So, okay. So I'm going to add some more. I'm going to play into the fact that it's going to leak. And so I'll go right in here. Oops. All right, you can sort of see the background. Try to think about it independently of the drawing. There, that's my abstract black and white composition, all right? Does that make sense? Kill and W. I can't believe I'm watching Jim Lee work. I wouldn't call this working. Loose play. Okay, I'm letting it dry. All right. Let me take my last swig out of this water bottle. Any signings coming up? I've got an appearance at Alamo Comic-Con at the end of October, I believe, or yeah, something like that. That's in San Antonio, Texas. I'll be in Prague for a one-day, like half-day panel signing or something. That information will be on Discord. I'll be in Mexico City at TolucaCon, I believe. Card Fest. I think that's early December. There you go, Kirihiko. Thank you. But in terms of store signings, I have at Torpedo Comics in Las Vegas. That's the end of the year. Next year is going to be a lot lighter on the convention circuit just because my new responsibilities. It's just going to take up a lot more of my time. Or they've already taken up a lot more of my time, but I've made commitments to these shows, so I want to fulfill those commitments. Kellen W. Jim, your artwork helped me stay off the streets and away from bad influences. As a kid, I idealized your work with X-Men and spent tons of time trying to imitate it. That's very cool. That's an awesome thing for you to share, and I'm grateful. I'm thankful that I had some small role in helping you out. Ink One, yes, I'm coming to Las Vegas. Correct. Okay, I think I've drank enough. I wasn't really thirsty, but I hate wasting anything. Okay. Eric Fisher, artist. Has Jim taken figure drawing? All right, so just so you guys know, when I was at Palm Springs Comic-Con, there was like a dinner that people could pay to dine with me. And yeah, I know, it's crazy. And Eric sat right to my right for 2 hours. He didn't ask me anything. And now, on stream, he's asking me if I've ever taken figure drawing. It's funny. I find it funny. Ironic. I think I've taken some figure drawing. Yes, I have. Yes, the miming. All right, Crispy, you don't have to bring up bad times or traumatic experiences. Yeah. Starstruck. The miming didn't shatter that aura. You go like, oh my god, who is this fool? Anyway, yeah, I have taken figure drawing here and there. Like in college, we definitely did some. High school, I think it's good to draw from life, but I don't know if I'm a purist where I feel like that's absolutely essential. There's definitely something to be said for drawing from life because an image, when you draw from a photograph or from an image on a screen, it is flattened out. You are seeing it in quote unquote true life, stereoscopic vision, whatever, without the lens of the camera affecting what you're taking in. Which actually makes it a little trickier, I think. That said, we do naturally kind of distort things even, right? I don't know. I think if you draw, I think it's more valuable drawing like cities from real life. Because if you draw it from using perspective grids, it looks very sterile and angular and unrealistic. So just being able to sit there and draw, buildings and cars and trees that kind of line a street, that's you learn a lot you really learn a lot of what a city looks like, the elements that make up a city that make it believable, you know? And that's what I would really recommend. So these are shadows of some rocks that are going to be over here. Was I off frame? I could draw a Rick and Morty sometime. Roy Batty 06. Would you recommend Roy Batty? Is that named after Blade Runner? Would you recommend those posable dolls for practice poses? Are you asking for a friend? Maybe, if you find that they help. I think at one point I've purchased one of those dolls or one of those little marionettes or whatever. But if you want to draw something that looks like a posable doll, it's a good reference. But if you want to draw humans, I think you need to look at humans, right? So, although that said, I think I've seen online that they have these action figures that are they're much more detailed and sculpted than ever before, and they look like they would be useful, but I feel like it just slows me down at this point. I draw from kind of what I see in my head, right? So, would I draw Geralt from the Witcher TV series with Henry Cavill? I would draw him with a mustache for sure. That 100% confirmed, yes. You lack the muscle tension, and you also lack the weight of the figure. I think that's probably what you're saying, like the weight that gravity pulls down on the figure, right? Okay, 11:34. I should probably stop this. Ever thought about making a book on drawing techniques? I think this is kind of what I'm doing with this stream. You know, if I had to pick a general mission statement for what I'm on here for, although it's not really, sometimes it's about drawing, but I don't like to answer questions about certain things like paper and stuff. I don't know, so I don't know how helpful that is. I think it's more about sharing I don't know what this stream is about. It's about art. Let's just say that. And how much everything kind of impacts art, from physics to math to chemistry to history to things outside your window to everything. So let me catch up. This stream is 20% art, 80% rambling. Says Doomsday Clock 1. You guys don't have to say what you say on stream as ramblings. I cherish it much more than that. It's all right. Charlie Parks has cheered. Figure arts makes these body composable art references. I think they help perspective in general. Yeah, I think it's good if you. Yeah, thank you, Waihi. Trevor Kai. Hi, hey Trevor, how you doing, man? Come for the art, stay for the character. I screwed that up. Come for the art, stay for the CCG cards. Philosophy and roast, yes. I don't want you to lose your stool, my man. So maybe someday. SM Cardi 313. Getting your Princess Mononoke piece, scanned it, and sent to Alex Sinclair this afternoon. I'm excited for what he's able to squeeze into in his busy schedule. Yeah, I think that's what you shared with me, or someone shared that with me yesterday at the signing. Mark L. Messi has subscribed. Jaime Ramirez art has subscribed. Spoonfed has resub. Just giving you more reading material. The Fire Angel MC has subscribed using Prime. Abetus has resubscribed for 8 months. Thank you, Abetus. Hey, welcome back too. Thanks for the cheers. Been traveling. I get it. Happens. Real life. I've noticed some regulars haven't been in stream. I don't take it personally. Sniff, sniff. Football season has started as well, so I know that the stream is in direct opposition to a number of games. All right. All right, so he's got silver elements, so I'm going to put like some stuff that makes it look shinier. I'm going to start drawing the other piece, the silent auction piece. This is red, so this is shiny. Make sure I got this down here. Take that smudge and make it something here. I think the background has to go like this. Okay. Look over here. Did he borrow Superman's boots? What does that mean? Oh, I get it. Am I hungry? Can you actually hear my stomach rumble? I had breakfast. Pandemus. Yeah, Ryan Benjamin, former Wildstorm artist, good friend, very talented artist. He has a stream as well. You guys should follow him. Right? Don't usually go get brunch at this time? Is that a sly reference to a previous stream? Or, yeah. Yeah, it's my stomach. Oh my God, what is going on? Oh, yay. Ryan's a good get. What was the name I just said? Ryan Benjamin. Someone might be able to throw you a link to his stream. Okay. I thought I was going to do more of a cliff thing here. It doesn't quite read the way I wanted, so I'm going to change that. But first I need to tape this art. One of the reasons why I keep going off panels, I need to elevate the art so it can be higher for what I'm doing here. You know what, given the amount of time, I'm probably going to do a silent auction. It's going to be less involved, so I should go for less money, which I think would help those that have a different, maybe budget considerations. I don't know. See how it goes. Oh, whoops. There's something. That's not my stomach. Hold on, I'm going to have to go play cop. Bad cop. Lay the smack down. Figuratively. No, yes, figuratively is the word I'm looking for. Okay. Sounds like the household I grew up in for sure, and I was just me and my sister. All right. I think I'm going to be done with this because I am done. But I'm going to do a couple more dry brush effects to kind of help sell the metallic sheen side. I want to basically get this brush as dry as possible. So let's this part is silver. So that part's silver. And then that must mean this part is silver. And then that. Right here. All right. And lastly, maybe some here on the face here. Okay. Golf Boy Sunday, Ultraman looking sweet. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Golf Boy Sunday. Bat7 has cheered as well. Janella, I was just at an event here in Manila. We had a bunch of animation people who worked at Disney. I asked them if they would draw Batman in their style. It was pretty cool. Aaron Blaze, the director of Lion King, drawing his first Batman. That is cool. Hey, we live in a day and age where everything's kind of a mashup, right? Kind of seeing characters represented in different styles is just an everyday thing now, right? As companies have become, I think DC's actually always been pretty welcoming of different styles, approaches, but even what we do is even further out. Some of the toys we've seen of Batman, like really, whether it's Funko or even some of the other stuff where they've based it upon artists from Artist Alley, this notion of there just being one version of Mickey Mouse or one version of Batman that's allowed to be out there, it's pretty much over. Has been for a while. And now I'm just kind of, there's no rhyme or reason to this. I'm just kind of going through and just kind of reacting to what I see and what feels right, doesn't feel right, what's to be gained by adding cross-hatching or varying line weights. And it's all about kind of popping out the figure, making things more three-dimensional, right? Creating texture as needed. Changing things so it doesn't look like ink smudges and, making it look more like the metallic effect that I'm trying to go for. All right. Just gonna erase some of the stuff here in the middle. I like leaving pencil lines. I think it just kind of gives it, especially if it's a sketch, and just adds a little kind of fun texture and history to the piece. Should I be done? That's what my kids say when we eat dinner. They don't say I'm done. They go, "Can I be done?" It's a cute way. Speaking of kids, I should go off panel to be like, it'd be so funny. It reminds me of a radio show, the Stern Show. They've done like phony phone calls where they'll have scenarios like this, and then they go off and do some horrible thing, implied violence. Of course, they do it always over the top, and it's very juvenile, but I find it amusing at times. One last thing I'm going to do. I thought I had a pencil. The red parts, I'm just going to gray it out. Did I screw something up? I did. Hold on 1 second here. There we go. And I don't even know if the red comes all the way here, but let's go with it. And if you notice with the pencil lines I'm putting down, they don't fill the space entirely, meaning it's almost like every other line is being covered. But I'm applying it in an angle and an approach that makes it look like I did it on purpose. I don't know. It's an artly effect, I guess. Maybe that's what I tell myself. It's a blunt pencil, but if you turn it, you get the sharp edge. If you do it, you never have to ever sharpen your pencil. See what I'm saying? You hear me? I don't know about what I just did there. That would be a bad idea. Hashtag bad idea. All right. Let's just sign this puppy. And where are we going to put that signature? Right down here. No? Here. No, here. There you go. All right. Let's go ahead and do a smaller sketch because that's what I've got time for and paper for. It's a drawing board. This is actually smaller than 9 by 12. Okay, it's kind of dirty on this side. Do you want to draw on that side or the glossy side? Probably the glossy side. You know what? I don't like this. What do we got going on? Oh, Charlie Parks. The people are cheering. Gambit. I see. PogChamp. Doomsday Clocks. Send my thanks to whoever decided to pit Batman Day on my birthday this year. You're welcome. Thank you, SM Carty 313, Bat 7, Golf Boy Sunday, Darth Lori, Ignite Comics, Stone Cold Snake. Thank you guys all for the cheers. I appreciate the support. Pity 83, Manbat. Interesting. Next stream, Travis Torres, Pepsi Man. You know, I remember that Pepsi Man. Back in Wildstorm, we had a division that just handled advertising art, and we did a deal with Pepsi to create some art for Pepsi Man. It was An interesting design, I will say that for sure. Okay, I'm going to clean up this board here, because I'm going to draw on the less glossy side. I'm just going to erase it a little bit. Poop Kid says, Curious George. You know what, Poop Kid? And for those of you who are wondering who the hell Poop Kid is, I have to do this. It's part of the contract I signed with Poop Kid. One second. How does this work? There we go. Have this device. Got all our mods here. Eins, zwei, und drei. All right. Please draw Batman in the style of Tom Kim. I can do that blindfolded. I mean, no, not to cast any dispersion upon Tom. He's a true artist. When I you don't have your clip in command? I don't even know what that means. I'll figure that out later. Please draw blindfold. I have done it. Carrie Bean King has subscribed. Carrie Bean King. How about Caribbean King? Yeah. You guys do know that English is my second language, right? You know that I had to learn it. It was not my native tongue. I read it phonetically. I Kill Everyone has resubbed for 8 months. Thanks, Jim, for doing all these streams and being an inspiration and role model. Thank you. Very kind words. Bobby Lex has cheered. Thank you very much for the support. Carrie B. King is in the house. Have you ever drawn while drinking? I just did earlier. I was drinking some water. There is an image of Wonder Woman, I believe, that I drew after many shots of tequila in a foreign country, and I thought it was just not good. But lo and behold, the next day I looked at it. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad. That said, I don't. I find that... Kirihiko. Well, we'll have to fix that. Negative Balance has cheered. Bobby Lex, Janella. I find that it kind of kills the desire to draw. I don't draw and have sip from a glass of wine. You know, the most I'll have some caffeine. I think the goal is just to really stay alert, stay awake. Drawing is like not a full contact sport, but it's not quite manual labor, but it is work. I do build up a sweat. I think my blood pressure goes up. There's a physicality to it, and you want to be involved. It's not a lean back experience where you're just kind of casually doing it. It is an active experience where you are taking what you see in your head and what you feel here and trying to put it on the page so that people, when they see that image without the benefit of the person talking about the art or showing the creation of the art, that they see that image and understand everything that you thought you put down there. And honestly, maybe only 60 to 80% of that gets transferred over. And sometimes the wrong information gets transferred over. I did this variant cover. I think the first one I did for Justice League, which has Batman in it, has him shooting a grappling gun thing. And to help sell this idea that he's shooting it, I drew this kind of like this yellow. I had the colorist Alex and Claire draw this yellow burst of kind of smoke or energy, like the thing being shot off. If anyone could find an image of this cover. And what I find is that people look at it and people say, oh, it was really kind of cool that someone in the office actually. I said, it was kind of cool how you put that comment there. I'm like, what comment? What are you talking about? Like, that would be an awful place, honestly, to put a comment, and why I would put a comment for no reason on a Batman image. But that's how they interpreted that burst of color. And I realized I had failed. I had failed to communicate what I saw in my head. And no matter how maybe silly I thought that interpretation was, they're the consumer. They're the person looking at the art. I can't argue with that interpretation. So I failed. And so, hey, 1D Tran, you did not have to do that, dude. Thank you very much, though. I appreciate the support and the bits. 1D Trend. You follow him on stream. I think we rated him last week, and then I left him on my computer when I wanted to go run some errands. When I came back, he was still there, or the next day or something. So I just kind of popped in, and I got into this cheering bit battle with a couple other people. I destroyed them, of course. I destroyed the other people. They were a little OCD. They couldn't handle being bested, so it was just kind of fun. I just kind of waited for them to keep bidding, and then I dropped in a truckload of bits. Anyway, so it was kind of fun. I had a good time. Cynthia, yep. One last cheer before I have to leave to martial arts performance. Me too. I have martial arts performance. Anyway, I hope that custom Funko Pop I got you at Fan Expo Custom. Have a great weekend. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Where is that custom? Where'd I put it? I have to find it. Oh, I'll show it on stream if I can. It's not here. Right here. Anyway. Yeah, I appreciate that. Stone Cold Snake 316, thank you for the cheers. Have a great weekend, guys. I want to thank the mods, Kirihiko, Ren Elephant, and Crispy Egg Roll for their support and their good humor. I don't know why I'm saying goodbye now. I still want to draw something. So let's see. What are we going to do? We're going to do a headshot of a character. Oh, it was Bill Nash. I'm sorry. Red Sun. Where's Poop Kid? Nabil. Yeah, he was here earlier. He's here. He's probably playing Call of Duty beta. We played a little last night. I want to thank NVIDIA for their support on that. We were tooling around a little bit. It is PUBG. And I have to say, I did get one kill in the game. And it was because Poop Kid was knocked out, crawling on the ground. I ran up and I punched and killed him. Of course, I thought he was another player, but I did get the confirmation of the kill. Oh, no, actually, I got 2 kills. I killed him, and I did kill another player, but it was a player that he had just knocked out and was crawling around, and one gave him the big punch to the head and took him out. So I got 2 kills. Thanks PK for the 2 kills. Anyway. Okay, I should start drawing. PMQ 182, Yennefer from Miniature. I'm gonna go with Charlie Park. I'm gonna do Gambit. No, I'm not gonna do Gambit. Sorry for the bait and switch. Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern. Let's do Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern. Wait, Constantine. I like Constantine too. So much work. I have to figure this out in advance. I'll do Kyle Rayner. Okay. I had just done a Gambit recently. Sorry. Kyle Rayner has a soft spot in my heart in that I got to design his costume back in the day. And this is obviously before the new 52. I want to make sure the ring's on his left hand. Let me double check. Yep, it is. Oh, I'm not going to do the crab mask. I'm going to draw the version that, yeah. Sorry. yeah, I'm going to draw the costume I designed, and the first thing that kind of made me think, the first thing that kind of popped in my head was kind of weird. When I was doing that DC Daily, no, it was a DC stream that Kevin Smith hosted, kind of talking about the service. They brought Terry Hatcher on, and they were talking about how that sometimes she will sit and watch like a bunch of episodes of Lois and Clark in a row. And then Kevin quipped like, "So you're a master binger," and I thought that was just funny. There's no equivalent to the art world, but the idea that I'm drawing, I only want to draw the costume I designed, kind of made me think of that. Anyway. Yeah, she was very nice. I sat back in the green room with her before we went on, and I was like, oh, after all I think I asked her, like, after all these years, like, does going on live, does it still kind of, do you still get like that, I don't know, not nervousness, but that kind of edge or whatever? Master Binger, that's it. Sorry, superhero swimmer art. Much better, much better job with the punchline. And bye, Syrixian. And I don't know what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. Okay. This symbol is off to one side, Jim. Huh? No, not the way. Are you trying to explain to me my own costume, Spengy? Spengy 4? Is that what's coming on? Is that what's going on? Oh no, I know what I was saying. It was a Terry Hatcher story, right? And so I said to her, like, do you, after, the legacy, the career that she's had, because we're going on live. I said, like, do you still feel any sort of, does it feel different going live? Essentially, that's kind of what I was trying to. And she said, no, the way I look at it, and I'm sharing it for you people that might have similar questions. The way I look at it, no one else knows this but you. It's very kind of zen, right? And I'm sure she's talking about the technical details or whatever information I'm going to relay on in the interview with Kevin, but I think she just meant it in a more philosophical way, which is you are unique, and what you are going to share is something only you can do. And so, in a way, it relieves the pressure of trying to be something that you're not, and that you're going to do a great job because no one else can play or do you as you, right? I loved it. It was beautiful. So, DJ Mittens. Jim was stuttering talking to Terry Hatcher. Let's not... Wait, why is his message deleted? What happened? Stop spamming caps. What did he say? Hold on, let me scroll back. I want to see the infringement. Wait, message deleted. Wait, were all the messages deleted? Message deleted. Message deleted. Did I miss something? Spengy, where did you go? What was Spengy saying? It's all right. Can you please say all that again from the beginning, just shortly? Were you talking about career choices? Kyle's Rayner's symbol is on one side of his chest. Yes, in one version, the crab face, the crab mask costume. Correct. That is correct. You are right, Spengy 4. So Thanos is deleting the feed. Yeah. Okay, so let's get this done. It's 12:12, and I've got to be somewhere at 1 o'clock. Busy, busy, even for Sunday. All right, let me make sure I'm all on. Usually starts with the eyes. I think those eyes are fairly on point. There's the nose. That's like a shadow that represents the midpoint from two light sources. And it gets a little thicker line because the nose is a little bulbous. So if you think of the nose as like a bridge, a thin bridge, and then it kind of widens out to a ramp, the shadow is going to widen as the bulbous part of the nose also widens. Okay. I think I tried to give him a wider mask, again as a nod to kind of the crab mask that he had before. And also, there was a version of Green Lantern. He was an evil Green Lantern. But I think it was just the way they drew the mask back in the day. So it wasn't just that evil Green Lantern. But Green Lantern's mask back in the day was just kind of wide. It wasn't as angular. It was more like, it looked like two cupcakes. It looked like this. Two cupcakes kissing. All right. And so now that I think about it, this looks nothing like two cupcakes kissing. Or the other image, in fact. Anyway, getting back to the Terry Hatcher part of it, I just thought it was really cool. I don't know if it changed my approach or helped, but I think it's a good thing to think about because I know a lot of people have anxiety about public speaking, right? No? Maybe? Cryptic games, can you just, I'm not going to say just. Can you forego the silent auction this stream? Just keep putting just in there. Give away both of these. Yeah, probably. All right, I'm done. No. Yeah, I could do whatever, man. It's my stream, right? I'm pretty sure. Some people might have me believe that. No. Your stream is on the left. Off center. Don't be late. I think 12:15. I think we're good. Free will is an illusion. Is it an illusion? If you want to get philosophical, we can spend 5 seconds on this. Who decides what we do? All right, I've lost half the audience. Okay, all right, that's it. That's all I'm going to ask. All right, when we think, like hunger for sure, right? It's a what's called a biofeedback, bio something feedback. right? Wizard needs food, right? The stomach needs food. So you eat because you're hungry. You go to the bathroom because it's a biological thing. But everything else, sex drive, of course. You know, what determines if you go, hey, I'm going to go work out today? What's made that choice for you? On one hand, it's all the has to do with self-image, the culture, obviously, that you live in, maybe things your doctor has told you to do. But what's that thing in your head that's telling you, that making that decision? We call it free will. We call that the conscious mind. But what is it? You know, the brain is just made of brain cells, neurons, firing off like processor chips in a computer. I don't know. Okay, I spent way more than I should have on that. Sorry, guys. Accumulation of instincts? No. Because we're one of the few creatures that can be altruistic, meaning someone could take literally a bullet for someone else, right? Step in line of fire, sacrifice themselves. Your instinct is to stay alive. That's your biological imperative. Very few creatures. I think they prove that bees, I think, are maybe altru because they can sting you and die. I don't know. But there's something else there. And I am not intellectually equipped to discuss this any further. Okay. DJ Mittens. How to question everything. Yeah. If you want to learn about art, I think you have to have that approach. Maybe not. Maybe just have to know how to draw well. There's something to be said, though, for being curious. Greenbam, I love it. Greenbam's got his philosophy on bees. Bees have a really high shared gene set with other bees in a hive, though. They're theoretically pushing their own genes still. I would agree with you there. Very interesting. $8M4N. What does that mean? 8min. 8. This is the costume I designed. DC actually hired me. They paid me to design this costume. It's kind of fun. They're like, how do I get that gig? Rotten Rock, thank you very much. Snarlroot has subscribed. Edgar Skyle has resubbed for 10 months, probably based on the decision that I'm drawing Edgar Skyle's suggestion. Okay. Stormtrooper style. Stormtrooper of style. Sorry. This chat existential today. Yes. Where are we at? Time-wise, 12:22. I always go a little over, much to the consternation of the mods. I know right now Ren is like freaking out because he wants to jump into that shower. It's not free will, ladies and gentlemen. Biological need. He too shares a very high gene set with bees. Anyway, rip Ren Elephant. Okay. Have I ever drawn Anarchy? I don't think so. But that might be kind of fun. You know, that's actually an idea for a stream in the future, right? Just pick one character and try to do as many characters from that character's set of characters. Heroes, villains, supporting characters. Obviously, Batman's been done to death, so I'd pick something different, you know. I've already drawn Suicide Squad, but, you know, maybe there's other, like Secret Six. You know, start with the old version and then do the Gail Simone version. Or Justice Society. Could do Our Man. You know, Captain Atom. The old Captain Atom. I always liked that character. This guy, his superpower was that he's short and feisty. That almost sounded like a Mitch Hedberg joke. The delivery of Mitch. I mean, not comparing myself to Mitch Hedberg, even though I just did. I'm saying it just in my head. It fired off that Mitch Hedberg thought. And that, ladies and gentlemen, makes me question what free will is, because I did not direct that piece of, like, what just happened there. I'm not in charge of my own thoughts. Okay. Hawkman without the beak. Oh yeah, that version. Yeah, the yellow sock costume. Yeah, that's right. You could do that for sure. Metal Men would be cool for sure. Whoa, Jay Skipper colorist. All right, so Jay Skipper colorist is starting to get professional work, and look at this guy. He's just like pew, subs, pew, pew, sub here, sub to you, sub to you. Here's a sub for you. Here's a sub for you. You get a sub. You get a sub. You get a sub. Look at this guy. He owns this room. Eric Fisher artist. You in trouble, boy. Hurry up and draw so I can shower, says Ren Elephant. Look at that. See, I told you. It's starting to get at him. I put that thought in his head. You should draw one of your mods, comic book style. All right. Let me just finish this up. All right. We can all be done and get on with our lives. Okay? All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Subs, what are we, mods, what are we at this week? Are we at 10? Sub 10? What are we at? I don't know. I always lose track. I always love the sideburn action here. Sorry, depriving you of some wonderful brushwork here. It's like, damn it, I paid a sub fee. I want to see every brushstroke. Move that up. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, DJ Mittens. I'm not taking into account all of the commercial breaks. My philosophizing. Right, I said 5 minutes of drawing, not 5 minutes of stream time. Yeah, Kirihiko. I also recommend you guys check out her stream. She does some amazing portraits of people. She, for whatever reason, doesn't like drawing eyeballs, but, you know, it's all right. Even without eyeballs, they look smashing. She saves it to the end. Although, yeah, most cultures, they eat the good food first, right? It's like Chinese meals or something. They won't have, they eat the rice at the end to get filled up on. They'll eat the protein first. I'd like to eat it together personally, but I'm like, can I please get the rice early? And they're like, why? Don't you want to fill up on the protein first? And that goes back to the ancient times, right? It's hard to get the protein. It was a luxury. Okay. All right, guys. What are we at? Bring it on, Kiriko. I said that in the most positive way first. Jim, what's your favorite Korean food? I love it all. I love it all, man. I like to rotate. If I had to pick one cuisine to eat for the rest of my life, it would be Taco Bell. But a close second would be no, it's Korean food. Korean food is the way to go. I love the bibimbap. I love the mandu soup. I love naengmyeon. Depends, man. You gotta rotate it through. Anyway, yeah, that's a plug for Taco Bell. I get nothing out of it, but yes, Taco Bell. Oof, man, whatever they have distilled food down to the chemical ingredients designed to tickle the sensors, the neurons in my brain that act independently of free will. Because if I had free will, I wouldn't eat it, right? So therein is my proof. Okay, let's get past this nonsense. All right, I'm gonna look at the mod board here. What they're telling me something. I'm sure they're probably telling me to just finish up. They got a shower. The mods have said nothing. Mods, are you gonna put? Okay, I got a text. You also want to tell me where? No, the cow Rayner. I'm gonna give both of these away. I'm gonna take the suggestion of someone in stream. It's not all about the Benjamins or the Ryan Benjamins, although sometimes it is all about Ryan Benjamin. He's a very needy person, but he's not. He's actually a sweetheart of a guy. How about this? In celebration of our 1 year stream. Oh no, I already gave away a dozen images. I got to send those out, so I apologize. Still haven't done that. Just because it's Sunday, and someone asked nicely in stream. Okay. 12:30. Look at that. Hit the mark. People are going, no, you're late. You said 5 minutes. Whatever. No artist in the history of art is famous for being on time. It's worth bearing. It's worth repeating. Okay, Kiriko, you're right. Right? Correct? Am I correct? Sometimes people say Jack Kirby was super fast, and he was the fastest artist. But we love him not for his prolifercy. We don't love the guy because he was fast. We love the guy because he created great characters and drew amazing art. Okay? So keep that in the back of your heads. But if you get a call from a DC editor and you're late on your assignment, be on time. You have to balance the two, right? Okay. String theory. Wow. Nova Prime X breaking it out. Jack Kirby could finish up to 3 to 4 pages a day. I think so, because he was drawing like 4 books a month. Yeah. I think 4 to 5 pages a day is actually more like it at his peak. All right, so again, thank you, Run Elephant. Thank you, Kirihiko. Thank you, Crispy Egg Roll. Thank all of you guys in stream. It was very, very lovely spending Sunday morning just kind of blathering. I know I rambled. So that's the price of entry. Okay, so what are we going to do? Can someone tell me what the giveaway level is at? Yes, please give the mods a big extra hug. Okay, so we're at the $10 sub level, so that means I'm going to try to get this right. So that means I have to go to subs. Okay, and then there's a keyword, and that keyword's going to be the Jim Lee Mace, capital M-A-C-E. So for those of you that are subs or new $10 subs or whatever at the second tier subs, the keyword is Jim Lee, capital M-A-C-E, and if you do that correctly, yes, you'll see in stream, you'll see lovely Mason's head kind of pop up. Okay, so that should enable you to be eligible. I would not type in the Jim Lee Bats symbol because I think the keyword is Jim Lee Mace. All right, keep that in mind. Okay. The Jim Lee Bats is it's a tier 25, I believe, but to be eligible, I think you have to type in Jim Lee Mace. And of course, if you're a 25, if you're at the tier 3, you're eligible for the tier 2, right? Look at that, G21MM just sneaks in under the wire, gets that tier 2 sub. If you win, you will be the most hated man on this Twitch stream. But I will applaud you, sir or miss. Will Be Free has cheered. Thank you very much. Thanks for the contributions. Thank you for the cheers. Bat7, thank you for the stream, Jim. Thank you for a great time, family. Jaime Ramirez Art has also cheered. Will you be drawing into your pages in upcoming projects? Unlikely, given that these streams are only 2 to 3 hours. I mean, I could. I mean, I can't really say anything. Gobble, gobble the sub, whatever. The Gobble Sendnuts. Gobble Sendnuts. So, dude, hey, how you doing? Vihate23 has resub for 13 months. So, I think if there's anything you know about me, it's that I like to kind of mix things up and keep it kind of moving around just for my own sanity. Okay. Alrighty. I don't know why I could feel compelled to fix that. All right, guys. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this works. The winner is Twin12. I think Twin12 has won before. This would be the second victory of Twin12. I believe Twin12, who's been following since August 30th. Please flash in the Jim Lee Mace symbol so we can verify this. Twin12 is definitely, yeah, there you go. I think Twin12 is the creator of the tissue emote, correct? Twin12, you can go back to, all right. So Twin12 is the winner of the Kyle Rayner piece. Okay? Congrats. Right, Twin12, can you verify that you did the tissue emote? I believe it was you. If not, I apologized to you and the person that actually created. Oh, we're going to keep it in, yeah. All right, we're going to go back to doing this in 1 second. So please reach out to me in Discord. I'm not going to reach out to people through whispers anymore. If you win something, you have to go to Discord. You have to message me there. Because otherwise, one of the troubles I was having, especially when I gave away a lot in the 1 year anniversary, is that I was notifying people on different platforms, and sometimes they would respond here, not there, and it gets very confusing quickly. So I'm an old man. Please help me out. All right. Okay. All right. Now, this one is for the ULTRAMAN. Right? This is a lovely piece. I value this piece at $6.28. But if you find a ULTRAMAN fanatic, I think you could maybe get 15 euros, which is about $20. Okay, so good luck to everyone in the stream. Same thing, $10. Keyword is going to be Jim Lee Bats. I'm so happy, or Jim Lee Mace, sorry. I'm so happy that the system worked. So relieved. Okay. So you need to type in Jim Lee Mace, guys. All right. So I'm showing up on the board here. People like Beliasa is available, Colombian, Clutter 0117, Desert Rose, Edgar Skyle, Eric Fisher _artist, Lee Schneck, Molly Monk, Nova Primex, Poofan12, Sinovart, Spawned, Memento Mori, Waihi, Yokai Artist. There's a lot. There's a lot. I'm just reading just random names, okay? So I'm just going to give it a couple more seconds. This person will be the winner of this piece here. I honestly want to keep it. I kind of like how, I don't have any pieces I could just kind of draw for fun and keep. But that's how much I love you guys. All right, we're going to give this away. All right, thank you guys. And then afterwards, we're going to go raid somebody. And that's like one of the things we like to do after the stream is find somebody and kind of show them some love and kind of share the love of comics with new people. All right, so I'm going to roll this. Here we go. Waihi is the winner. Following since September 10th. Subscriber. Congrats, Waihi. Pretty active, long time stream chatter. That's pretty cool. All right, guys, thank you so much. Let's find the raid. I'm gonna check. Actually, Kira, I'm gonna check one other person. There's one person I know that streams. I want to see if they're available. If I can get into who. How do I find out who I'm following? The guys were getting on me last night that I like to talk out loud as I think that this is a signal of impending senility. It very well could be. Hold on, let me see if this person is on. Oh, nope. All right, here we go. We're going to go. Here's the raid. All right. Bear with me 1 second. There we go. All right. Turn this off. Turn off all the lights. End the stream, and I see you guys in the place that we go. We're going to raid the streamer. Take care.